Alright, we're on our way to pick up something we've never picked up before or had on the channel. So it should be pretty exciting. We're picking up an Argo 6x6. So these things are amphibious vehicles. They can go on water, on land. They're pretty cool. I've always seen them on, Facebook Marketplace and kind of wanted one. So we're going today and we're grabbing one. I'm actually picking it up from a guy that bought a couple ATVs from me. I think they're three-wheelers actually. But he knows who I am, and we're actually trading the Honda XL500 back there for part of it. So he should like that. He's got a nice Honda collection going of three-wheelers, so that'll be a nice addition to his collection. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited. We are going to get this thing back home, and I guess it runs and drives. There's a new engine in it. He'll talk all about it when we get there. Hopefully he lets me film. So what's the story on this one?
I bought it. It was, I ain't gonna say it's in pieces. That was the old motor. That'll start first pull, but the head gasket was out of it.
Okay.
And by the time I priced out doing the head gasket and stuff, the motor was like $450.
Yeah.
Well, then I had to put a $300 clutch in it. The secondary was bad.
Yep.
But everything that shifts good. I'm not a wiring guy, so don't pick on me too bad while you're working on it. That all needs to be.
I hate doing wiring too.
But it all works. The winch don't work. I never checked the wiring. It's all wired up yet, but the chains are all tight.
Okay.
This tightener on this side just has a block underneath it holding up. I should tell you that because this one here's still hung, but the block's holding up. It's never slipped.
Okay.
Chains are pretty good.
Okay.
That's the bad. When people put these in the water, that's fine, but once the chains get wet, they got to get oiled. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
And none of the bearings are bad, but when I pulled a new motor out of it, I flushed it with gas, and gas comes through the bearings, so they're not watertight no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd have to have brand new ones if you want to go swimming with it.
Okay.
You cross a little pond, but I'm saying I wouldn't go in a lake with it.
Okay.
Yeah, the motor's literally got an hour on it. But as you check the oil when you get home, make sure it's still up. My eyes ain't as good as they should be. They're right back here. Oil checker's right there. Okay. And you can unbolt. You can unbolt if you need to yet.
Okay.
It all comes up.
Okay.
This is the tire that got you over here. I ain't put air in it. They brought it over this cold, but it's all the rest of them stay up.
Okay.
This one here's been screwed to the tire. I don't know what that's about, but it don't leak.
Okay.
I'll tell you everything about it, but no, it's actually pretty smooth. Surprise.
Yeah.
And the exhaust used to go really homemade junk. They cobbled her up on the old engine that come out there.
Okay.
Well, they did such a shitty job. What I would do, Joe, I think I'd just bring it
right
hole right there.
Okay.
And just screw a thing on there.
Okay.
You obviously don't want to go up here because you can't lift it up then, you know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
It don't get super hot right there anyway, but I never run it over half hour time anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
And the choke is set up backwards, like I said.
Okay.
Out is off, in is on. Okay. Riding more, so I'll run like this. Little mobile line, got a little warm up. And I think down on the shifter, yeah, that's back all the way up. Backwards, you pull both of them back. Your tension tells you how fast you go on each one. Forward you drive way different. Forward is more just a brake, but back it's gauges.
Okay.
Weird. I thought it was broke when I got it.
Okay.
All lights work.
Cool.
No, I think I got the charging wire hooked up, but you want to check that in the motor too.
Okay.
Make sure we're building.
All right.
So it's kind of good. Whatever. A buddy of mine's going to buy it, and he just really tried lowball me. No, I can't go that low.
Yeah. So for reverse, you said pull both back and it will engage?
The more you pull one back, that direction, it'll turn like that.
Okay.
More on that side.
Okay.
Yep.
Then forward, it's just whatever?
Forward, you just give her throttle, it goes. It's like a Bobcat. Yep.
Okay. All right. Then throttle, I'm assuming, is right there?
Right here.
Or is that brake?
That's a brake, and them actually work. Huh?
Okay. That's throttle.
That's throttle. Say she's pretty poochy, so it's warmed up, so you might have to keep the choke on a little bit. Okay.
And then you said that gas tank is not hooked up?
No, it's not, but
just
the fuel pump and everything's there.
Okay. Oh, cool.
I don't know how clean it is, but they probably make it more saleable to have that one hooked up, but I think that one there would take it as far as I want. These ain't the smoothest riding, you know. You got no suspension.
Yeah.
They're about like a three-wheeler.
Okay.
See my Polaris I got done?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what I got one just like it out in the shed. I'm looking for, was thinking about putting a Harley engine in it.
That'd be kind of cool.
That one's a 650 I built.
Oh man.
650L, I made a 3-wheeler out of it.
That's really cool.
I got out of my expensive ones because you can't insure them.
Oh,
you know that?
Okay. I didn't know that.
No, you can't even insure them. You put liability on them, that's it. Well, I had a bunch of 250Rs here. When I bought yours, I had 5 250Rs. I got $7,000 for one, $6,500 for one.
Wow.
You know, prices come down since then. I'm glad I did it when I did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, yeah, this is what it is.
Yeah, pretty cool. I've never owned one before.
Transmission oil looked good.
Okay.
Ain't much to them.
Yeah, just transmission and the engine.
Good. Next, that's a $300 secondary right there.
Okay.
But yeah, if I was you, whatever. And then wiring back here's look okay, but I'm pretty sure the way they had it wired before is charging the battery because there's an extra wire, but I don't know that for sure.
Okay.
And such a big battery, you ain't gonna know till it don't start. They didn't.
Okay.
So, and these have a really small lighting coil in this motor.
Okay.
So if you run a long time with all these lights on, you're probably gonna drain the battery a little bit.
All right.
They do sell a bigger lighting coil if that's something, whatever. And then you're gonna flip it anyway, but whatever.
Yep.
Some people put snowplows on these, but the frame on these ain't really made for snowplowing. Because really all it is like 2 channels.
Oh, okay.
That go up.
I'm assuming they want it as light as possible, so
yeah, exactly. Because you want a possibility of it floating. You know?
Yep. So to get this thing to float, what do you think it would take?
I think probably just maybe just grease up the bearings, but it'll float. Every one of the wheels got a short shaft.
Oh, okay, okay.
So them
You
bearings
think the
gotta be
seals are
almost
shot?
like new to keep water out.
Yeah,
Because there ain't
yeah.
no like rubber on them.
Yeah.
They rely on the grease in the bearing.
Yep. That's crazy.
You know, I did it. But whatever. I'm just saying, you're not gonna be happy.
Yeah, you're probably gonna
with
sink.
good tires, these don't go that fast in the water.
Yeah.
These are very good for like duck hunting and swamp people trapping and shit like that.
Okay. Very
And
interesting.
this is the seat I just shortened up out of a golf cart and it's screwed on the bottom.
Okay.
I kind of just make stuff so it works, dude.
Did you pay too much for it, or?
I gave $1,200 for it, and I bought. You know,
Oh yeah. So you've got.
I mean, just like you are in a lot of your stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
If you just keep it in dirt stuff, these things like a lot of stuff, you know. You can drive it out.
Sure.
See how it runs. I think it's still in. Nope, it's backwards. I think so.
All right, we got the Argo in the back. You guys can't see it. It's dark out. It's 7:02 p.m. right now, so it gets dark at like 4:30. But we've got about an hour left of our ride. Guy was super nice. He actually bought the Takate 3 from me and the Honda 250R a while back when I had those. And that was when I lived in Oshkosh. So he drove really far to get those. But I think it was only like an hour 40 from Watoma, so it wasn't too bad. And he gave me some meat sticks and some jerky, so I've been snacking on that on the way home. So that was really nice of him. Thanks again. And yeah, he said he watches the channel and everything, so pretty cool. But yeah, we'll get home and we'll probably unload it tomorrow morning and take a look at it, take the first look at it and see what's up with it. All right, it's the next day. Guess it rained all night. Let's go check it out. Ooh. Yeah, everything's frozen on it. Everything's really slippery. Everything's ice. Well, hopefully it'll start. I guess the winch is not working on it, so we'll have to get that fixed, but all the lights do work. Pretty cool. It was painted this color. This is the original color. He just painted it. Alright, let's get her unloaded. Hopefully she starts up here. Alright, we got the ramps all down here. Let's see if we can get this thing to fire up. So the choke is opposite on it. So choke in is on. warm up for a little bit. Started right up, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, we got her backed out. That was good. You like it, buddy? What do you think of it? What do you think? So here it is, the Argo Max II. Or is it Max 11? I think it's Max 2. But yeah, it comes with a nice winch on it, 2,000 pound winch. Supposedly that doesn't work. The guy's never tried it. It's all frozen right now, all the wiring. But Vinny's really interested in it. But he made a custom top for it. I guess this was cut out because there's a new engine in it. There is a hitch on the back. Oh, that's kind of nice. And this tire, he said, goes flat after a while. He said other than that, it runs, drives, and is good to go. Reverse works on it. You guys saw that. Forward works. All the lights work. Starts right up. So it's pretty nice machine. It likes to have the choke. Vinny's back in his cave. Scared of it. But all the lights do work. So those are those lights right there. Let's see, what are those? Those are the back ones. Those are the ones up there. and the rear. Not sure what those are. But yeah, all the lights do work on it. One thing he said was to check and see if the battery was charging, otherwise you'll get stranded. And he said if you leave the lights on too long, you're gonna have issues. Let's just take a look. I guess he made this whole thing, which is kind of nice. At least there's a topper for it then. We'll take that off and check out the engine. He said maybe check the oil too, make sure that's topped off. So this whole thing comes off. Here it is. What kind of engine is this? Argo Max, 18 horsepower, 440cc. I think these things came stock with a couple different options. I think 16, 18, and 23 horsepower. So this is kind of right in the middle at the 18. It does have a skid steer transmission on it. So that's why you can use the levers to turn it and move it. So that's kind of cool. I guess there's a new clutch on it right here. He said it was like a $300 primary clutch or secondary, I forgot what he said. One of them was like 300 bucks. So he said the engine was around, I think 450, clutch was around 300. So he had quite a bit of money just in the engine and the clutch alone. Looks like the battery needs to be mounted better. It looks like it's riding on this chain actually, down here. So we should probably fix that too. Yeah, it's like riding on that chain. That's no good. Should be back here further. He also said that the muffler, he said maybe needs to be vented. But I mean, there is a vent right here. He said he doesn't know if it's enough, but that's just something he considered. The tank is right here for the gas. He said you could hook up the front tank as well. It's right underneath there. It's a big tank. And you'd fill it up from right here. So he said he doesn't know if that's all rusty or whatnot. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Pretty simple machine. He said he greased and oiled up the chains. So he said those are all good to go. And he said everything works. So it looks pretty decent. He said wiring up front needs to be played with a little bit. He said it just needs to be tucked up under and cleaned up a bit. And he said the gauge right here does work for the engine. So if it gets too hot, that light will come on. And then this grip keeps on coming off, so we're gonna have to glue that on. But yeah, not a bad looking machine. He said it probably would float if there were new seals in the axles. He doesn't know if it will float. I guess he hasn't tried it, but he said he's guessing those seals are dry rotted in there, and those are what hold the water out. So he's guessing, he said you probably don't want to take it through too deep of water with it, right now at least. But we can check all that stuff out. But yeah, pretty cool machine. It's gonna take a while for me to get used to riding this thing. So to go forward, you just give a throttle like that, and to turn, so you want to turn left, you pull in with this lever. You want to turn right, you pull in with that lever. If you pull in at the same time, it will stop the machine. There's also a brake right here for it. It says holding brake. So that's probably like the parking brake. But here's the winch control right here. we'll have to look into that and get that working. For reverse, there's a knob down here for gear change. So you pull all the way up for reverse, and then to get it into reverse, you pull both levers back at the same time. It does have the roll bar on it right here. All the tires are pretty decent on it. All have tread left, so we should be good there as well. So yeah, just a very, very unique machine here. And that is a brand new engine. Let's see. So to hook up the winch, should be wires coming down. You can see the red and the black coming down there. Let's see where those hook up to. This panel looks like it comes out, just plastic. Is that the only thing keeping you safe from the chains? Yeah. Alright, let's see here. I'm not seeing where the winch wires are. One right here, maybe? Alright, we've got the battery mounted back here now. We just have to get a bungee cord around that so it stays like that. But that's a little bit better. Before it was riding on top of this chain right here. Alright, let's work on the winch a little bit. I just want to see if it's getting positive power to the terminals here. Alright, we're going to start up the machine and just see if it kicks on here. Alright. Actuating the winch right now. Not getting anything to it. Nothing at all. Not getting any power. So the winch is not getting anything to it when you click those buttons. We'll have to follow the wires from there back around and see if we're getting anything. Alright, so the winch solenoid I think is underneath the panel here. I could hear it clicking, so I'm guessing there's something wrong with the winch solenoid down there. We do have a spare winch over here. I might just install that one, because this one looks a little crusty anyway. And this one has a remote. So we might install that a little bit later. But I want to get out on the ice and start fishing, so you can see. That one's a 2,500 pound winch. Alright, quick check the gas in it, how much gas we got. Looks like we've got pretty much a full tank of gas. Looks like the dipstick is right down here. There's also one on that side as well. I'm not sure which one's the dipstick. I guess we'll get this one off first and see. Alright, so that was just a plug right there on this side. I see some oil coming out though. Let me reach back in there and see if the other one has a dipstick on it. So let's check that one next. See if that one has a dipstick. One of them has to, right? I would think. There we go, there's a dipstick. Oil is all the way full. I could see it pouring out of the engine, so we definitely have oil in it. So that's good. Get that nice and tight. Alright, we have oil in it. We've got gas in it. And I'm guessing the air filter and all that stuff is good. It's brand new. So far it all checks out, it runs, drives, so I think it'll work for the ice. The winch just doesn't work, but we'll fix that later. Alright, just heading back home from Oshkosh. We had to run to Fleet Farm. I accidentally spent like over $1,000. Oops. I had to buy a fish finder. I bought a ice fishing shelter, bucket, flay knife, got everything. Usually I go with my brother and he has all the equipment, so I had to buy everything. And yeah, it was pretty expensive, but I think we got some good stuff. Got a little heater as well right there, little buddy heater, propane. All right, here's our little haul from Fleet Farm. We've got a shelter here, Clam C560. Vinny's thinking he's gonna come. So it's I think it's a quick setup one. I think it was like 450 bucks. Got the receipt in here somewhere. We've got the, let's see, the Markham, it says sonar flasher ice system. This thing was on sale for like 300 bucks. I'm not sure if it's any good. I just picked the lower model. This is my brother's, the auger. Got a tip up in there. We got a flay knife. Got a scooper. Got a minnow scooper in here somewhere. Let's see. And we got the sled, propane, bucket, and then these are wax worms right here. Bucket with some minnows in there. Vinny, check these out, buddy. Just a dozen minnows. Vinny, wanna check out the minnows, bud? What's that, Finn? And then we got the Mr. Heater propane heater here. That should work pretty well. And that's pretty much it. Let's see. $1,041. That was the grand total. Here's the knife. Little flay knife. Here's a little minnow scooper. Vinny's really curious about this one. This is his favorite video, I think. Little buddy heater. Opening this guy up. I don't know if a lot of you guys are into ice fishing or not, but in Wisconsin we have a lot of lakes, so that's what you do. All right, let's try to get this thing to work. So it says, just screw this onto here. Put this on the pilot and it should light. Looks like it's turning orange. Yeah, there we go. Starting to turn orange here. So that's working. You know what we're gonna do? We'll open that up on the ice. We'll be surprised when we get out there. All right, here's some Markham fish finder. Let's see what's in here. Looks like a charging cord for it. That looks like. Gotta put these leads in negative and positive here. Alright, it should turn on here. Like that. Alright, everything fit into the sled nicely. Obviously this thing is too big, the tent. But we're gonna strap everything to the top of this. hopefully, and head out. All right, got everything strapped down here. Looks like we're gonna be good to go. Got my pole ready. A couple more. All right, here we go. We're all loaded. We brought my tools just in case we get stuck out there. Let's see. This is probably a dumb idea, but let's try it. We brought the battery charger as well. There we go, there's forward here. I can't. This thing's hard to control. First we gotta make it to the lake here. Nice and steady. It's raining, of course. Alright, slow and steady here. Oh, that looks pretty sketchy, doesn't it? Guess we just go right in here. And we might die. There's some spots right here. I think everything's frozen, hopefully. Bunch of water on top of the ice. Bunch of holes here. We might try right here. These look like fresh holes. Well, we made it out on the ice here. That was interesting. Oh yeah, we made her out. Alright, we're out on the ice here. Made it out. Safe and sound. There's a couple existing holes right here we're gonna try out. See if they're frozen over. Yeah, they're frozen over pretty good. That green line, whenever I move my line up, see the green line right here? That's my bait moving, and that's a fish right here coming up to follow it. See, this is the bottom. I'll put it right here. Wonder if it'll bite just the hook here. I don't have any wax worm on it yet. Here are the wax worms in here. Wax worms, I think, are basically maggots. Look like using a little hook like that. Just gonna hook them in there. I'll drop this down. Let's see if there's any fish on the camera here. don't know what it is. Woo! The bluegill. Look at that, we caught one right away. That's awesome. For a little bigger than that, but yeah, our first fish. Alright, we've got it tied off to the Argo, so just in case it does fly away, because I don't have it anchored down, we can at least save it. Alright. Oh, it's nice in here. Not many windows though. Oh, here's another window. We've got our fish camera. We're all set up. There's one coming up. Ooh, got him. It's a tiny one again. Feels small. Jeez, little guy. Looks like a little crappie. Tiny little guy. Again. So we've caught about 10 of these now. Nothing big yet. Alright, let's go ride around on the Argo for a little bit. You can really send it on the ice here. Thing's pretty fun. Thing's pretty fast, actually. It's not horrible. I'm waiting to break through. And we can float this thing. I'm sure the neighbors love this, right? Gotta get the lights on, baby. Dinky one again. Tiny, tiny, tiny one. Oh, I wasn't filming it, but look what I caught. Big northern. That was awesome. Check this out. Through a 4-inch hole. That was pretty sweet. On a wax worm. Look at that. Look at those teeth in there. That fought pretty hard too. That was pretty fun. That was really fun. Alright, let's see if we can catch another one. Alright, it's starting to get dark out here. We're gonna head in and call it a day. Caught about 20 of the little bluegill, a couple medium-sized bluegill, and then a big northern. I only stayed out here about an hour. So if we had more time, I think we would have been able to move around a lot more and catch a lot more fish, but it was still fun. Still fun to test out the Argo and the new gear. This thing worked great. Hopefully this thing starts up, otherwise we're stranded here. Wouldn't that be fun? There we go. Don't let me down now. Thing's a little hard to steer. Alright, well, we made it home safely. Got off the ice just in time before it got too dark to see anything. But yeah, the Argo was working great. Drove on really slippery ice, no problem. Hauled all this stuff, no problem. So it was pretty fun. Caught a couple fish, so really can't complain too much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It was something a little bit different than my usual upload, but I thought it was pretty fun. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned for next video, and more to come in the Argo. We gotta water test this thing, see if it floats. And until next time.